This is an in-depth analysis and walkthrough of what goes on in an Immortal player's mind. I'm going to talk you through everything I did in this game and how you should think in your comp games to rank up. On pistol round, I tried to outsmart the enemies by going into that corner to catch anyone peeking main off guard, but they were smart and naded as well. Knowing my role on the team, I shouldn't be making risky plays like that. I'm the smoker and I have the most important utility on the team, so I need to stay alive until we hit sight. When I don't have any more smokes, then I am as expendable as any other agent on the team. I should have been more conscious of the other team's comp and recognized that a breach and a raise almost always nade stun combo A main. My team lost on B because they didn't have smokes to help take and hold sight. This round is fully my fault. After you lose pistol round, your main goal for that round is to plant the bomb if possible. This is so you can get that extra money for your full buy next round to ensure your team can have as much utility as possible to secure that round, as if you lose that round, you will most likely lose the next one as well. I told our team to come dish, as it's likely that only one or even no enemies will be contesting it, and it's the spot where we are most likely to get a chance to plant the spike. As we see, it worked. I threw 2 smokes down under drop to cause chaos for the raise on site, as well as conceal us from the defenders in CT and sands. This worked, we got the raise on site, got the plant down, and as we can see, we all had enough money to full buy with util on round 3. Here I end up in a 1v1 against Killjoy. I rotate off of A after I get the Reyna and Brim because I have no info on Killjoy, and by going B I kind of reset the round and reset all information given. Now Killjoy has no clue where I am, my timing, or anything like that, and now the advantage she has on me, which is my location, is not valid anymore. I can play slow because I have post-plant util, and I can play mind games by not peeking anything or making any noise. I make sure to shoot the Killjoy util after I plant, because if I did before I planted, that would give her a few second head start to come to B. I let her cross onto site for free because site is a much more exposed position for her. She has no smokes or anything to shield her when she's on the bomb, so I have the upper hand here and time is my friend.
Nice.
As we saw, she was looking at B main because she has absolutely no info on where I am, and it was an easy dub for me. This round I had killed the Raze dish and my team had taken A site. Despite what Valorant theory usually says, showing presence drop is actually the best move I can make. My mere presence drop is going to significantly alter the way the defenders retake A site. I could literally go AFK and they would still have to worry about me. Now they have to worry about drop, main, top site, and all of bottom site. Think about trying to retake A when you know someone is drop. It's so freaking hard. If I had died, they could tunnel vision onto A site, but I'm like an annoying fly buzzing near their ears and they can't quite get rid of me. Just don't die like an idiot in this situation. You can still peek and try to get kills, but this way of playing is an option as well. Coming late to arcade and not wanting to make any noise on the rope, I was super late, and because I have bomb and I'm the last one, I have to not die and hold dish, so I turned around and luckily they missed and had sheriffs. I see a lot of people in all ranks not worry about flank even if they're the last one, but you really have to turn around and be worried about it. If I just shift walk with my knife out to arcade, I would have died because I was an idiot. Then, since from those 2 kills I knew they were on an eco, I made sure our breach flashed tower because they could have shorties in there. They did have shorties, but luckily they weren't in tower. Honestly, going up tower was dumb to even do, but we got away with it. Often defenders like to pinch that side from arcade and dish, so we got lucky because we had 4 arcade and they didn't pinch it. If there was 1 or 2 of us there against 4 defenders, it could have quickly turned into a 3v5 when they have 2 vandals. That is a tricky round to win. With it being a 5v5 retake, my Astro Wall was pretty good. I didn't even think about A main, so it almost messed us up holding that. We got lucky that they only had breach flashes, as you can't use those through the Astro Wall. I made sure to use my wall when they didn't have Killjoy, Breach, or Brim ult because all of those would mess us up bad because we had 4 on site. Since I was the only one helping our Sky hold A main, after somebody else died, it was constantly in the back of my mind to turn around super fast and fight the A main guy if our Skye died, and this helped us win the round when I killed the breach. My Astra ult was super effective due to their team comp, so that is just one example of how understanding team comps can help you win rounds. This round perfectly shows the power of util and team combos and what happens when you don't play together as well.
What a fucking combo, holy shit.
We take site and I get molly nade spam comboed, which I take lightly. Their breach ults on a 4v2 for the defenders, which should be an instant round win, but then every defender decides to go hero mode and win the round on their own. The breach somehow misses our Cypher with his ult and our Cypher goes absolute god mode, picking them off like flies. If the enemies had coordinated their push even a tiny bit like they did the nade and molly that killed me, they would be up 2 rounds at half, but they decided to go silver mode and run in one by one. The beautiful util usage on default plant and the spamming turned a beautiful round into a terrible one. You have to play as a team if you want to rank up in Valorant.
One's going under. They could be going for KJ ult here.
Pick up my aim.
Yeah. Shit, come arcade with me. Cypher, come arcade with me if you can.
Alright, okay, let's go.
A few games before this one, I died like this because instead of pushing at 2 seconds left on the Killjoy ult, like every normal person does, someone in arcade waited the full timer and then pushed me tower where he killed me detained. So this time I told my Cypher to come arcade with me to get away. This both clears arcade and under, as well as allowing us, the defenders, to pinch tower and site with our team coming from CT.
What did I do?
It turns what is usually a retake from just Canteen and Gen to a retake from Tower, Arcade, Canteen, and Gen, making it much harder for the attackers to hold. If I had went alone arcade and our Cypher went CT, I could have possibly gotten picked off and there would have been no one to trade me, which is why I told my Cypher to come with me.
All 3 sands, all 3 sands, all 3 sands.
All 3 sound.
NCT.
Wait, 120 right now.
CT.
Has not healed.
After it becomes a 2v1 against an ulted Reyna, we should pinch her and not allow 2 1v1s. Our Cypher just had gotten 2, so he was a bit antsy to peek her, which ended up being a reason as to why we ended up losing the round. I did whiff at the end, but an ulted Reyna, even in a 5v1, is nothing to scoff at. You need to play it correctly as a team. Our Cypher should have stayed drop and waited for me to rotate. I walked because if I had ran, Reyna could have turned around and peeked me and turned it into a 1v1 where she knew where Cypher was. I did not want that to happen. Join the Discord if you want to submit a VOD of your own to be reviewed, and follow me on Twitch as well. Have a great day.